Same-sex marriage. What happens now? The High Court has given the go-ahead to the postal survey. Malcolm Turnbull will be monumentally relieved by the High Court's decision to dismiss the challenge to the same-sex marriage postal survey. In surviving the challenge, the Prime Minister can maintain internal peace, temporarily at least, on an issue that has long wrenched at the moderate conservative divide inside the Liberal Party. If the 7 justices had ruled the other way, the Prime Minister would have been in a world of pain. A conservative rump, with Tony Abbott at their core, would have not only insisted the coalition stick with its policy to have a plebiscite on legalizing gay marriage, but be loud in this demand. On the other side, a smaller group of pro-SSM Liberal backbenchers would have argued that the coalition had exhausted its obligation to pursue a plebiscite, having put it to the Senate twice, and failed, and having a Plan B postal survey shot down by the High Court. This group, comprising Dean Smith, Trent Zimmerman, Trevor Evans, Warren Inch and Tim Wilson and dubbed the Rainbow Five, would want a private member's bill to legalize gay marriage brought on for debate before Christmas. This view would have been shared privately, if not publicly, by cabinet ministers Christopher Pyne, Simon Birmingham, and George Brandis. The split in the Liberal and Coalition party room would have been immediately ugly. This scenario would have been potentially catastrophic for Mr. Turnbull's leadership. Though some of the Rainbow Five firmly believe it's best for same-sex marriage issue to be dispatched one way or the other on the floor of the lower house this year, if done in defiance of the PM's wishes, it would be depicted by Mr. Turnbull's enemies as a serious erosion of his authority. Some in the Rainbow Five would have wanted to bring on debate of Dean Smith's private member's bill before Parliament rises for the year. Bill Shorten would rejoice in the Prime Minister's discomfort if Liberal MPs crossed the floor. But with the High Court affirming the constitutionality of the postal survey, the Prime Minister will breathe a sigh of relief. Though he previously expressed confidence that the postal survey was legal and that the High Court would so hold, no government can be entirely confident the nation's highest court will see it their way. This was always going to end in the House of Reps. The Prime Minister now needs the postal survey to deliver a majority yes result so the matter can be brought to a vote in the House of Representatives. And that's the irony here. This issue has always been one that will have to be resolved by a free vote of all MPs. The plebiscite pantomime has primarily been about how you get to that free vote. The No campaign will now ramp up its campaign, as will the Yes campaign. And the conservative rump inside the coalition will switch its attention to the religious protections inside the Dean Smith bill. Smith et al. Argue the bill offers the most extensive religious protections of any one of the 16 bills that have dealt with marriage over the years. And Christopher Pyne, for one, told ABC TV's Insiders program on Sunday the protections inside the Smith bill are sufficient. But this will be a very active subject of debate among the conservative wing even before the postal survey result is known. And given the postal survey is non-compulsory, it will now be as much a competition about participation as it will be the substantive question.